Hey, what's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of Star Wars Coffee, where in today's episode, we're going to be taking a look at how Palpatine survived the shaft that Vader threw him down in Return of the Jedi. That's today here on Star Wars Coffee.
I have spoken.
Hello there to all of the returning subscribers, but if you're new to the channel and you're just finding Star Wars Coffee for the first time, be sure to always hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and turn on that notification bell. And don't forget to check out Star Wars Coffee on Twitter and Twitch, and don't forget to check out the official Star Wars Coffee merchandise. Links are in the description below.
Do it!
And now let's go to a galaxy far, far away.
This is the way.
The Rise of Skywalker home release is coming out this month, and with that being said, there have been a lot of promo, especially with little clips of the film from here and there, specifically between Rey and Ben, between Palpatine, Rey and Ben, and Han appearing to Kylo Ren. And among those clips, one of them includes the Emperor, and we're trying to figure out how the Emperor was able to survive. So when The Rise of Skywalker was first announced and we got the D23 poster with Palpatine looming over it, many fans were wondering if this was just an echo to the previous portions of the saga, or whether Palpatine was actually going to be a major player in the film. Obviously we know he was going to be a major player in the film at this point, but at the time it wasn't so obvious. People were thinking, how could Palpatine be in this movie if he's already dead? Well, the Rise of Skywalker novelization has leaked already because it was given some copies to some fans at exclusive fan event, and with that being the case, we've gotten a lot of information about this book and about more information about how Palpatine survived, what Rey was thinking when she gave Ben the lightsaber before he killed the Knights of Ren, and what was behind their kiss. And beyond that, we're going to take a look today at what the Emperor was thinking as he had prepped and planned for Vader to throw him down this shaft, because it appears that Palpatine already hinted at the fact that he might know about this. So let's take a look at this Rise of Skywalker novelization written by Ray Carson and see what is coming for Palpatine.
She will take her revenge.
Palpatine boomed. Rey continued to approach. His power was intoxicating. She found herself raising her weapon, almost against her will. If not for the other presence in her mind, bright and shining with light, she would not have been able to resist him.
And with the stroke of her saber, the Sith are reborn. The Jedi are dead.
Wave after wave of triumph emanated from him, and along with it came knowledge, memories. Maybe it was their shared blood that enabled her to see his thoughts, but somehow she could, and Rey saw it then, how he'd done it, what he was about to do again. Falling, 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 down a massive shaft, the betrayal sharp and stinging, a figure high above, black-clad and helmeted and shrinking fast. His very own apprentice had turned against him, the way he himself had turned against Plagueis, whose secret to immortality he had stolen. Plagueis had not acted fast enough in his own moment of death, but Sidious, sensing the flickering light in his apprentice, had been ready for years. So the falling, dying Emperor called on all the dark power of the Force to thrust his consciousness far, far away, to a secret place he had been preparing. His body was dead, an empty vessel, long before it hit the bottom of the shaft. His mind jolted to new awareness in a new body, a painful one, a temporary one. It was too soon. The secret place had not been completed its preparations. The transfer was imperfect, and the cloned body wasn't enough. Perhaps Plagueis was having the last laugh after all. Maybe his secret remained secret, because Palpatine was trapped in a broken, dying form. The heretics of the Sith Eternal toiled, splicing genes, bolstering tissue, creating unnatural abominations in the hope that one of these strand casts would succeed, become a worthy receptacle. The heretics would do anything, risk anything, sacrifice anything, to create a cradle for their god consciousness. Nothing worked, but their efforts were not entirely in vain. So that's the excerpt from the Rise of Skywalker novelization, again written by Ray Carson. This gives us some insight into how Palpatine survived. So it now having the Rise of Skywalker, being in the Skywalker saga, at the point in Return of the Jedi where Palpatine says, at this point you know that your father can never be turned. Clearly he's egging Luke on, and clearly he's been sensing this at this point. And it would only make sense that Palpatine would be able to sense this if he really is as powerful as he clearly is. Because that was always one of the things lately when I've been rewatching all of the movies, and I rewatched Return of the Jedi about 2 weeks ago, and I was thinking, Palpatine should know that Anakin's flickering, especially because he was able to manipulate him to fall to the dark side to begin with. So he should be able to sense when he's coming back to the light. So that is one of the retcons I think that actually does work. And it is interesting, regardless of whether you like it or not, to finally get a canon answer for how Palpatine survived, falling down the shaft using all of his power with the Force to transfer himself into a different state of being, in terms of that clone body that wasn't perfected. That's why he had to be moved on that crane. So it actually is kind of cool, I think. I actually kind of enjoy this explanation rather than him dying or just like landing at the bottom of a shaft, having a speeder or something ready, or some type of escape pod, something on the Death Star 2 before it blew up. So I'm actually interested in this because I think that this is actually a pretty good way to bring the Emperor in and to say he didn't, die. Because in Return of the Jedi, it did technically bring the balance back for about 30-40 years before Palpatine is ready to reemerge and try again. So I think this is actually pretty good, but let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section down below. Thank you guys for watching. May God bless you and the Force be with you. If you enjoyed this episode, and frankly, even if you didn't, don't forget to subscribe.
Do it.
And if you want to help spread the word, please give this video a thumbs up and tell your friends to subscribe. Please check out the official Star Wars Coffee merchandise, and don't forget to check out all of the content playlists on this channel, including The Rise of Skywalker, The Mandalorian, and much more.